Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to my lecturer Dr. Tan Wai Hong. My name is Norshaqierah my metric number A22A1274, a Bachelor of Entrepreneurship in Logistics and Distribution at University Malaysia Kelantan. So today I will be presenting my industrial training report titled An Analysis of Operational Workflows, System Challenge and Supply Chain Efficiency at SLB Logistic Control Tower KLLCT. I completed my 4 months internship training from March 18 to July 18, 2026 at Slumberger Business Support in Petaling Jaya. I'm under the supervision of Ms. Jun Yang and my mentor, Ms. Sharifah. For today's presentation, I have structured my presentation into 5 main sections. I will begin with the company background and the role of KLLCT, followed by my scope of work and operational workflows. Next, I will discuss the key issues and operational challenge observed during my internship, analyze their impact on business and management, and also finally conclude with strategic recommendations and overall takeaways. To begin with the background, SLB, formerly known as Slumberger, is a global energy technology company operating in over 100 countries with a strong focus on driving energy innovation, decarbonization, and also sustainable solutions. So within this organization, I was assigned to the Kuala Lumpur Logistic Control Tower, which acts as a centralized operational hub managing end-to-end supply chain movements as well as export and import logistics across the Asia region. So the core focus of KLLCT is to ensure seamless cargo movement across air, sea, and road modes. So minimize non-productive time at oil and gas rig sites and also handle critical trade documentation such as commercial invoice and packing list verification as well as generating highway bills. Alright, so moving on to my daily responsibilities, my primary role revolves around executing the 4 core steps of the LCT operational workflow. So in the first scope, document verification and shipment booking, I need to verify the CIPL data, which is the commercial invoice and packing list data, and manually enter the details into the DHL Express portal to generate the highway bills. So the second scope involves both pickup monitoring and also allow good issues authorization, where I should monitor physically cargo collection by carriers and authorize the allowed GI status in SLB's Field Logistics Module System, which is short form is FLM, so the origin locations could complete their shipping postings. So the third scope focus on transit tracking and also system updates, which is it is required me to track the shipments in transit and manually log operational milestones such as custom clearance and arrival times in FLM. So finally, in the fourth scope, I need to do the financial closure in OTM, where I should mark delivery shipments as complete in Oracle Transportation Management to finalize the freight cost allocations for the business line and the billing team's process. Alright, so throughout my internship, I have identified 5 major operational challenges. First, there is a heavy reliance on manual workflows, which is due to the lack of automated integration between CIPL data and the DHLE portal for Asia. They create the high administrative overhead. So second, the FLM system instability and also data latency frequently delayed the real-time allowed GI approvals. Third, the poor communication at origin site, such as unannounced absence of designated persons in charge. They caused the failed carrier pickups that required me to make personal international calls to resolve. And fourth, the manual data entry. The manual data entry are errors involving the account numbers resulted in financial penalties of 70 to 90 USD per incident for processing the letters of amendment, which is we call it as LOA. And lastly, a 4 months delay in obtaining the OTM system's access for me created a massive backlog of nearly 100 historical shipments that have been required the retroactively clearing. So that took a lot of time for me to clear the backlogs by myself. This operational challenge resulted in direct negative impacts across multiple dimensions. So from a financial perspective, the company suffered monetary losses from LOA penalty fees and experienced delayed freight cost allocation due to uncleared expenses sitting in suspense accounts. And operationally, the delayed good issues updates created uncertainty for field engineers and also increased the risk of non-productive time at rig sites. So from a management and entrepreneurial viewpoint, This highlighted the vital necessity of end-to-end digital integration, strong internal controls, and also clear handover procedures to maintain organizational agility and also competitiveness. So to address these root causes, I propose 4 strategic recommendations. First, SLB should automate the CIPL integration by establishing direct API connections between the CIPL database and the DHLE booking platform to eliminate manual data entry errors. Second, the company should upgrade FLM server stability and also integrate carrier tracking for automated real-time milestones tracking, such as ETA, ETD, ATA, and also ATD. And thirdly, management should enforce the mandatory backup person-in-charge protocols at origin sites and also provide official corporate phone channels for international operational communication so that they can avoid any costing for the person in charge. Fourth, the IT provisioning during the onboarding must be expedited to ensure essential access like OTM is granted on day 1 to prevent processing backlogs for interns. In conclusion, my industrial training at SLB KL LCT has provided invaluable hands-on experience in managing fast-paced, high-stakes energy supply chains. So the primary insight gained is that data accuracy and seamless system integration are very essential to preventing the operational downtime and also financial losses. Ultimately, this internship has significantly strengthened my analytical capabilities, cross-departmental communication, and also critical problem-solving skills. That completes my presentation, and thank you very much for your time, Dr. Tan Wai Hong, and I am now completed my internship. Thank you.